All right, sweet, sweet. Yeah.
We're there.
Hello, my name is William Horn,
Oh,
and
go
I'm a
away.
proud UNLV.
Go away.
Yeah, that was the text to tell me. It just told me it's here, yeah?
Saying, who are you? Who are you?
Right, I'm going to intro then, all right, boys?
We're
I'm going
there.
to turn you off. It's
Go on
there.
then.
You can see it, right?
No, I can't. Still,
No.
I
no.
can see it, man. I can see it on my phone here live. I can, and my text, you heard the beep, right?
Maybe
Refresh
need
your
to
screen or something.
refresh the little sod. Yeah,
Refresh
sod
your
it.
screen or something.
I am. Nah. I did refresh it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can see it on there. Yeah, it's on there with a blue line through it.
Oh yeah. Two what? Yeah.
See it there.
Right,
So yeah,
let me intro, yeah?
yeah, cool, mate.
Go on.
Yes. Blessings, guys. What's going on, everybody? Rebels Advocate again. Back, but a little bit later. No problem. I got my people in the building. Man like Johnny Five in the building. What's up, Johnny Five?
Yo, you good?
Yeah, blessings. Man like Art in the building. What's up?
Yo, what's up, man? All good, man. Everyone good?
Yeah, bless. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bless, man. Bless family.
And
All
you can
good,
see the
man.
picture on there, guys. Yeah, it's about referees. Now, what's going on in the game now? Yeah, we ain't got no referees, no black referees. What's going on? Yeah, I know they had some report about they had an Asian referee or something like that in a long time. He was
Yeah.
refereeing a match or something. But I mean, it's been. I think the last one was this man there. What's his Uriah Rennie? That was probably the last black.
You're right already.
That was the last black referee we've seen, and I'm surprised that there isn't none going on. And
Yeah.
they got some reports on in the FA, and it was as of 2021, there's only 4% of professional referees in the country were black. You understand?
Mm-mm.
Not a good.
No good at all, mate.
Especially when the black players make up about 25%. You know, this is not on. What's going on?
Mhm.
What's going on, boys? What do
What's
you
going
think
on there,
about
boys?
that? What do you think about that, guys?
That's bad, man. That's bad.
Yeah, it's a gross underrepresentation, isn't it? It's yeah. I mean, if you consider the players are 1 in 4, but the refs are like 4%, and even that, mate, seems too high because I don't see any percent, mate. You know what I mean? Where are they? Like you said, the last guy was Uriah, mate. Before that, can't remember, mate.
Now, do you
Not at all.
remember? Do you remember Uriah in there? I know he got a bit of stick when he was refereeing, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's a black belt though.
Yeah,
He's a black belt
which
though.
is why he
so, you
didn't
know.
get no confrontations. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
still,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
Yeah,
they
exactly.
used to say he was some of the decisions he used to make was a bit bad and stuff. Do you remember that?
So I remember they said he used to brandish a lot of cards in it. I remember that about him. He was fast to put up the game and dish out a lot of yellow and red cards. But
But
so
they said that about a few guys
that's
though, isn't it? So it doesn't
what
matter.
I'm saying. It's a lot of refs, but only
Yeah.
he used to get the most stick because the color of his skin. Innit?
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. And then, like you said, there's no one else coming since then. Ain't no one since then. You know what I mean? No one since then coming through.
The ones I've The only ones I've seen, obviously not through the FA, but through the what's the African Nations Cup team, but that's completely different, isn't it?
Well, listen, yeah, now you said the African nations, all right. Yeah, that's fair enough, definitely. But even in like the World Cup, innit, you didn't even see none. Yeah, did you? Did you see any in the World Cup?
I'm not being rude. You'll more see women doing this this referee thing than black referees. But
What about you?
Yeah.
Art? Did you see any in the World Cup?
Nah, I was
I
reading this
didn't
thing.
see one.
Nah, they're saying there was on this thing. They're saying like there's a couple referees, but like some Akil Howson guy and Sam Allison are black among officials. But even that guy, Sam Allison, when you see the picture of the dude, yeah, don't think he's black in it, but yeah, you know what I mean.
So I seen one. I seen one name on that thing, and I swear he's not. What's the name I seen on that? You know the info on that thing you sent, man. And I was thinking, wait a minute, he wasn't a black man, but man.
Oh, that was Clattenburg, innit? Mark Clattenburg.
Yeah.
They tried to say he was black.
Since when was Martin
Yeah,
Clattenburg?
that was an error. That was an error. That was a computer error. I saw that one.
I was going mad.
But they say one factor of the lack of diversity is in the pool of candidates for refereeing positions. They're saying there's not a lot of diversity. But I remember we used to play football, didn't we? Old Artie. We used to play football, and there was a lot of black players down on that level. Referees. There was a lot down on that level, wasn't there?
Yeah. There were loads of guys down there, innit? But then when they go above that, innit, like you said, is it that glass ceiling, innit? So you can only go so far.
Sorry, what was that? 75? Sorry, mate.
That's right, mate.
Go on.
Oh, it was not. Go on.
No, I was just saying, like, it's a glass ceiling, so maybe they can only go so far, and then when they want to go to that next level, either they get discouraged a lot or the process is it's not very helpful, you know what I mean? And the people that are running the process, isn't it? So if it's certain type of people, when they're going for whatever courses they have to do, the refereeing courses, and get their badges and whatever, you know, there's certain levels of discouragement there. Then I don't know. It's that might show you why there's a lack of, innit?
To me, it seems like just blatant racism again. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't know. I can't go around that, to be honest. Because
even with the managers, innit? You can even take it to the managers.
All of that.
Take it to the management as well, innit? The managers and refs, and you know, like how many players there were, and they're not gone into the management or refereeing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the players might not have wanted to go into the management, but yeah, if you're just keeping it on refs only, then yeah, they just ain't getting the opportunity there and then, innit? It's done and dusted. You know what I mean? Just due to the people that are running the game over here, innit?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's moving a bit mad, disgusting, to be honest, because it's some old style, you know. There's something that should have been gotten rid of. Like, you see how everybody jumped on this man's back the other day for trying him to do this freedom of speech, which is fair enough anyway. You understand?
Yeah.
But
of course,
let's see, yeah, if they'll jump on that thing for racism. You know what I'm saying? To try and get more faces in the thing. You know what I mean, boys?
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, it's questionable now. I mean, you hope for a better future in it, and there's some change within the industry in it, and it gets more diverse in it. But you know what it's like. A lot of places say they're diverse, but it's just a PR stunt, in it. It's just PR in it to say that yeah, we would do this. We'll invest in this, and we'll engage in the process. But in reality, like I said, it might be just a glass ceiling, mate. You know what I mean? And just saying out, you can only go to a certain level.
Do you know where it has to start, though? It has to start in the FA, man. They have to start change it around in that back room of the FA and employ more ethnic people in that FA team. Man.
Yeah, they have to get into it. They have to get into the process of doing it. But it's like you said, if the people are there, that you need like industry overhaul. You know what I mean? Which who knows in our lifetime might not happen. You know what I mean? If they and you could hold that to wider industries outside of sport and other stuff as well. You know what I mean?
But then
you want to get diversity.
No, totally. And then they usually come with that one look. Do you want that position just because you was black or ethnic? You understand? Do you want that position?
Yeah. You hold a one man there, innit? You hold a one man there.
Don't you want it on merit? That's what they. That's
then
what
it's the
I heard the
token
talk.
gender, innit? Otherwise, it's token. You just see one man there or whatever woman there, and they just put them in a position of power, and but there's very few opportunities to join that. You know what I mean, or to engage with that. Within the FA, who they got there? Ferdy got Big Les now.
Is he in the FA? Is he?
Is he in the FA? What does he do?
Is he in the FA? I'm asking you. Is he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. I thought he was still the chairman on QPR. I thought he was still.
And I know he's got a position in that kick it out thing, I think. But
he's director of football at QPR.
Yeah.
Director of football. So yeah.
Shame.
Maybe his role ain't that. He ain't that. You know what I mean? He's not quite in there yet. So, but it's the thing, innit? At least he's got a decent. I mean, I suppose he's got a decent position within his club anyway. You know what I mean? That's not too bad, but you need more everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's just misrepresented. Like you said, 1 in 4 players, but you got like 4%, and but then there's no top flight in it. The last guy was Old Uriah.
So at least,
What's that?
Oh, go on.
Go on.
No, go for it.
I'm saying he packed in a long time ago, so I
Not
don't
you.
know.
Johnny, go on, Johnny. You was gonna say something.
I'm saying Uriah Rennie must have hung up his boots in 2004, 2005. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was time ago.
And since then, there hasn't, like you said, there hasn't been no one else. So
that's the problem.
I don't see it. I don't see it changing. It's like my man. I don't see it changing anytime soon.
2008, he called it in 2008. So he was on the.
That's 15 years ago. That's 15 years.
11 years, mate. You know what I mean? 11 years. He was FIFA listed, though. To be fair to him, you know what I mean? FIFA listed.
That's minor. That's a minor thing. Yeah, that's a good thing for him, 100%. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything in my eyes. We needed to see some more, especially when he got out of the game. They should have definitely put somebody else in there, not who was qualified. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, who's good enough. They should have had that to reflect what the players are. Yeah,
of course, totally. Isn't it?
Because then enters all kinds of other talk. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of other talk could have come in after that.
Isn't it? That's like 14 years without a black referee in the major league. When you've got, like you said, 1 in 4 players.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
And when you look at the shape of and the physical conditions of the referees nowadays, you're thinking, what? They haven't got no one better than these ones. Like, you see some of them can't even keep up with the play, bad man, and you're like, nah, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, yeah, you just need. I don't know if they have to incorporate some initiatives and stuff, but that's the case, isn't it? You say, is it by design? You know what I mean? Is it by design? That's how you want it. You know what I mean?
Is it by design? What do you think? I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, probably so, my friend. Yeah.
What do you think, Johnny?
100% is by design. It's for their world, them people, them innit. You can't. It's like I don't know what the solution would be, but yeah, man, it's by design, man. It's like you said earlier about the coaches. So yeah, it's by design, man.
And the old boys network, innit? A little bit like, not just the same, but a little different sport, but cricket, the old boys network, innit, of the old men running the game, you know what I mean? And that.
All of it.
You know what I mean? And some of the old coffin dodgers in the football, you know what I mean? Out there. Just keeping the status quo in it as it is, but obviously, as you said, like PR pretending to be liberal, in it, like you've talked about what the you know, the various campaigns against racism and that. You know what I mean?
What
But
do you
it's still
know?
there.
What do you know about them kick it out campaigns? What have you seen anything about the kick it out racism campaign? I know there was this. Who was the guy running that before? Do you remember this guy? Was it Owsley, Lord Owsley or something? Wasn't it?
Kick it out.
Can't-
It was some like mixed race looking guy. Do you remember that?
Okay.
And he was
Nah. But I mean, I remember the campaign, but it I mean, what
no,
you know?
man, but what was done? What was? I mean, you remember seeing it on the kits and on the corner of the piece of the paper, advertising and this stuff. That yeah, we saw that. But what did you really see? Apart from that,
That's
what
the
did you
problem,
see?
Isn't it? That's the problem, innit? You know what I mean? What was it? Just again another PR exercise, innit? Another PR exercise and probably, you know what I mean, ticking a few boxes and making a few pennies.
What about you, Johnny? Did you see anything apart from?
Not on bad man. Not on at all. The only thing man saw is them taking the knee. That's the only thing man saw, but
What do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about that knee?
bro, that's all bollocks as well, bad man. It's all bollocks, bad man. What? Just taking the knee. What's that? What is that symbolizing?
It's supposed to symbolize what? Free, some equality and against
what is it
racism,
doing?
innit? That's what it's supposed to be, right? Innit?
I mean, the
So
key
it was-
word there is supposed to be. Yeah.
Started in the Olympics. Go on.
No, I'm just saying the key word is kind of supposed to be doing things, and that's the same for everything, innit? That campaign, they started that in 1993, that kick it out, you know what I mean? So 30 years, best part that's been running, and, you know.
And it hasn't come along.
You could still go to the same ground. I mean, the same old grounds in Britain. There's certain same grounds you could go to, and you'll hear the same madness that you would have heard 30 years ago today. Not really changing, you know what I mean?
It happened to that Southampton player yesterday, that Kyle Walker-Peters. It's just come out today that he's had some racial abuse on social media, Badman, come on, man. And they're saying on social media, there's supposed to be a thing that if you send any hate messages or anything, it will just automatically block it. But these people chat so much shit, bro.
So what?
These people can do these things. These people can put these things in place, but they just choose not to, man.
So what do you think? Sorry, go on, mate.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah. It's just, you know, maybe some people who have done these campaigns possibly had it with good heart that they wanted to make a change, or others, but they generally just seem to be like a PR exercise.
Sorry, that's a bunch of rubbish. Sorry. If there was
and
any
just
good,
make you money. Innit?
sorry, old
Probably
chap.
make you
If there was
money.
somebody wanting to make a change, they'll make a change, right? Look, we've got a lot.
Well,
Look at this women's football, yeah. A lot of things
Yeah.
going on with this women's football and all this stuff, right? Women coming through, dropping money on them now. Every young person, every young girl's got a chance. I'm not all for it and all that. But that's a big move, isn't it? That's a big move since the England women's team. They've done excellent, yeah, and won whatever they won and got to wherever they got to, yeah. But they've come and put that in the front and made opportunities for potentially more young people jump in on that, yeah.
yeah, of course.
So I mean, if they really wanted to do something, you could have done it, right?
Oh yeah,
100%.
I mean, it all come down to that. At the end of the day, people really wanted to do something and make a change over time, they would have made more changes by now, innit? But it doesn't suit them, innit, to make changes, innit? It doesn't suit them to make changes. Not their narrative anyway of that. So they'll have the status quo.
Do you remember
what I
all right, seeing as I went on to women's football, do you remember that Eni Aluko thing? Remember that
Yeah.
Eni Aluko thing?
Eni
Do you
Aluko.
remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what was about?
A manager.
So that, go on, Johnny.
Go on. A manager when she was it for England?
Mm-hmm.
And her manager must have started talking like he was Jamaican or something, like, yeah, man, what are going on and all that. And then she must have asked him, why are you talking like that for? And then my man just started doing beer under the table shit. And then she made a complaint against my man. And then she filed a lawsuit against him and she won. And then he ended up resigning or whatever from the England job. And just beer madness, bad man.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
it was this
crazy guy.
it was the this is a quote. Yeah, this is a quote from the thing. It was in the Guardian. It was said this about the China Cup 2015. They were in the hotel, yeah. And there was a list of the on the wall of the family and friends who were coming to watch them, yeah.
I remember this, yeah.
And the coach at the time asked him, "Would anyone in your family be there coming over from Nigeria?" And he said, "What, Nigeria?" He said, "What? Don't make sure they don't bring Ebola with them." That's what the man said. Yeah, that was deep. That's not light, is it? That's not light. Because I mean, who kind of look to take the basics of that? Who would say something like that? Listen, I remember when I was in Norway. Listen, I remember when I was in Norway, right? And when I was living in Norway, right, there was we met some Norwegians, right? I'm there with a mate from Africa, right? Mm-hmm. And when we met these girls over there and we're chatting and we're mingling and everything, and they said, "Oh, what? You're from Africa, yeah? So what? Are you poor? You understand? What kind of thinking? It's the same kind of thinking, right? Isn't it? How do you think like that? I just don't understand that.
Where does that even come from?
Is it some? It's some uneducated, simple thinking.
It's just inbred, isn't it? It's just inbred people. Just little inbred people, really. They've never learned anything.
Mark Sampson was his name. Who said that? Just in case you wanted to know. In case anyone wanted to know Mark Sampson.
Yeah. He said a lot of other stuff as well, to be fair. It wasn't just that. He's just like, what you saying? He's saying, but haven't you been arrested before? And now he's saying,
yes, him is
different.
I swear he got accused of groping some of them as well. Like, he's a bit of a madman.
Different character, innit? So, but yeah, I mean, that shows you, innit? He was, he was who he was, and he was talking like that. And that's to a key player of their team. So, the chances of people coming through sort of the coaching sector, black people coming through the coaching sector and sort of refereeing industry is difficult, man. You know what I mean?
But check the thing now. Even like I rate this woman in the game. Remember, even Hope Powell.
Yeah.
She got treated so bad. I remember she did one documentary a couple of years ago saying about when she used to say to the FA certain things that she wanted for the women's team, and the FA just used to laugh at her. And that she wouldn't get like they wouldn't back her with nothing, bruv. And it's like I think, did she get sacked from Brighton a few weeks back?
Okay.
But it's like she hasn't got no resources to work with. Everyone knows in the women's football game, the top teams are basically Man City, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Man United are coming up now. But what she was working with, she couldn't do nothing, bruv. And she got sacked. And they just brought in a dude, innit? So all the dudes are just taking over from them now. And it's like, she started off that England women's thing, like, made them, like, she basically set them on their way, innit?
Yeah.
But see her now, she was too, like, stuck in her ways, innit? Like, there would be players that should be playing, but she would just choose not to play them because she had her own way of going about things. But I don't rate what she's done in the game, but she's the next one. Got rid of her. What's my man again that used to be the Brighton manager? Chris
Houghton.
Yes, Houghton. Look how they dealt, bro. Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they dealt him badly still. There's not too many in it. You've got a couple of guys, Ince and Company in the Championship. Not too many more outside of that, innit? That's it, I think.
It seems like though when these guys are managing, it doesn't seem like they get any support. Like when me and Johnny was talking the other day. Remember, Johnny was talking about it when I get to the point. We was talking about Moyes, and Moyes ain't really, he's under it. He's proper under it, yeah. And everybody's jumping around and saying, Oh, but come on, give him a chance, though. You know what I mean? Give him a chance. Come on.
Match of the day.
It's
Yes.
Moyes. Give him a chance. But when you see stuff like
The
Houghton and Vieira, you know, you don't
rid
get
of
no
me.
vouchers for nothing.
Sure. I mean, I must say, a couple West Ham man at work, they want Moyes out, but they've been all over him all season, man. So they had enough.
Of course they want
But
him
they
out.
need-
Of course
but
they
they
want him
don't-
out. But that's not the issue. The issue isn't
Yeah.
the supporters. The supporters are gonna say what they're gonna say. It's the system. Because watch out.
Oh yeah. of
Watch it.
course.
If the supporters want him out, that's all right. I mean, realistically, nobody don't give a shit about the supporters. Supporters are just putting down money, right? They're putting down money. They're always gonna put down money regardless. And if
Yeah.
they don't, somebody else will. Yeah.
Of course.
But guaranteed, if you like a show of solidarity they did for that man on that program the other day, when you know what, yeah, innit? And the program was all right though, innit? You get straight to the meat. You understand? And seeing the
Straight
goals,
to
no
the
long
point.
talking, no bias talking.
Just straight to the point. Straight to the point.
No talking.
And you know what? Really,
Not no foolishness in the studio. They just got straight to the goals, and then the show was done.
20
15
minutes.
Boom.
you get me? And you know what,
Shit.
right? What they should have done, they should have got YouTubers to do it. Innit?
Podcast.
They should have got podcasters to come and do it. So do their little team, chat their rubbish, and boom, at least we got a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Of
But
course.
they won't do that, innit? It's all some society. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do that. That's what they should have done. But you know they wouldn't do it because they like to keep it in their own little world, bad man. Because
But, yeah.
Cause look, by rights, Lineker, whatever, step back, Righty, Shearer, Michael Richards, all of them said we're not doing it. They should have said, all right, cool, we'll get other people. Bruv, there's people hungry to work. You should have went to some other people, man. Forget these people, man. Yeah, I feel that it's time to move on from these people anyway. Bring in some new, younger, fresher, hungrier people.
That's what
You're just gonna stay with Gary Lineker to when he's what? He's 62 now. You're gonna stay with him to when he's like, or remember them old man that used to do it, Hanson and all them, Alan Hanson and
yeah, that was poor.
Look at them, man, and they wasn't bringing through no one. You would see Ian Wright. I don't even think you've seen Ian Wright them days.
No, who was it?
No.
It was Hanson. Who else was it, man?
Was it Brook? Was it Trevor Brookin?
Trevor-
No, it wasn't Brook.
I don't even know. It was some idiots anyway.
Mark
not
Lawrence,
really.
I think.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
diverse. It weren't diverse.
No,
It was
not at
far
all,
from
but no.
diverse back then.
That's the problem
100%.
as well, isn't it? There's no diversity. Man. Yeah.
Look, and the only time they got rid of them man there was when they got sick. Because I remember Alan Hansen was like, I can't do match the day no more because of health issues. Otherwise, they'd still be doing it now.
Yeah.
I'm
Of
saying
course.
these might keep their positions to when it's forced upon them that they have to go. Why not say to them, look what, I don't want to go to next sport, but look at what was it, Questioner Sport. They got rid of Sue Barker and they brought in new younger people now. They're like, yo, like, we need to change this thing now and bring in other people now. But it's like certain things, they just keep certain people in positions for too long, bruv. When you're thinking, bruv, it's time, come on, it's time to change it up now, innit, bruv? Like, it's time to get in some, I don't know, I don't know what they hold or what auditions they have for certain jobs, but it's like they just keep it in their own cycle, man. It's disgusting, man.
Similar, isn't it? Yeah, they all got similar people on the jobs, isn't it? They know what they're doing. And they just keep them in the job. They don't want to change it up.
Look at talks. Go on.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, that's the way it is, isn't it? If they think that their product's successful and they get enough viewing figures, they don't want to change it. They're just going to keep it like that, until, like you said, until people literally retire.
Until when they retire. That's what happened to
Yeah.
Hanson and them, man. They just retired because they were getting ill. They were getting old. They shouldn't even have been on there no more, bad man.
I mean, for me, the age ain't a thing. It's like because you can have young people on there that talk rubbish.
100%.
So that part of it's irrelevant whether you're young or old. It's if you're relative in it, and like you said, especially if it's not diverse. You know what I mean? And there's no diversity. So that's never been there. Apart from who do you have? Righty. You might have had Dublin. You had Righty and Dublin.
Ainsley. Ainsley, laughing boy there, isn't it?
What's he doing now? He's doing estate agent
I
program.
used to be on there. What's my man again? What's his name? Crooks.
Garth Crooks, yeah, Morph, a man like Morph.
Him.
Morph himself. Look like Morph, innit? Garth Morph, but yeah.
Go on.
But that's it. So you had Garth Crooks, you had, Righty in later years now, innit, obviously, and a bit of Dion Dublin. He done more match of the day too.
Old dubbers.
But, yeah, exactly. But yeah, nothing else. And, like you said, even before, like there's how many black players or ex-black players, you know what I mean, that you could have on these programs, and you know what I mean, obviously rotate it a bit more. But yeah, that's the status quo, and that's what these, that's what they do, innit? They just keep, like you said, the people in there till they're dead nearly.
All right, yeah. Going back to the women's game now, yeah, because you see that thing in there. They were talking about that most of the women's teams, they're outside London or something, innit? They said, do you remember seeing that report the other day? And so most people coming from inner city areas, or they're trying to say urban areas, yeah?
Yeah.
Them people, they got a trek to get out there. That's what they're saying, and they're going to try and change that up, because they're picking all these. We've seen the England team. We've seen the England women's team, right? And there were some black players in there, but it seems like they disappeared, didn't they? Now we had who was in there? What's her name? We had that girl. She was at she was goal scoring, top goal scorer, Man City. What's her name? Nikita Paris. She was scoring.
She's at United now, isn't it? Yeah.
She was scoring a lot of goals, right? For City one time. Yeah, but then it seems like they just essed her out of the thing, right?
They just disrespected her.
And when you look at teams like France, who's been to the quarterfinals a few times, you know what I'm saying? They got 15 black or BAME players in their squad, you know what I'm saying? And the France, most of them France ones, they play for Lyon, or they play for the big teams, you know. You can see it. So so it's obviously these people, they're asset, you understand? So why would you not put them in there, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense to me. What do you think about that, boys?
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you in terms of if they're just shunning people, that's foolish in the extreme, innit? Absolutely foolish in the extreme. Wouldn't surprise me, sadly, in the sort of world we live in now. But yeah, no, it's assets in it to be. Like you said, for France, for example, they, prime example, in France, they don't business, in it. They play black man, women, full stop, in it, and they know half of the French-based players not even born in France anyway, or have links to Africa at least. You know what I'm saying? And elsewhere, but
France
they don't
has
hesitate,
got links.
innit?
They got their links to Africa, haven't they? France all over Caribbean,
Yeah.
Colonials.
So they don't play. They just say anybody. Well, just if it's Desai, he will take you. Whatever, Vieira will take you, innit? You know what I mean? If you want to come, you're coming, innit? You know what I'm saying? Come along for the ride, sort of thing. But yeah, if sadly it seems to be happening here, that's crazy. Because if you're good enough, you know what I mean. But yeah, sad tales. Yeah, no good. I think that's true as well, mate. Sadly, because I know that girl. She scored. I suppose they could argue, England women, that they won the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's their point. If if you say, oh, why is there not like black players in the team? Blah blah blah. They could turn around and say, well, look, we turn around and we won the Euros. But then if you're saying, well, there's players that are doing particularly well in the the WSL and they're not getting a look in, then because they play friendly, it's not just internet. They don't just, obviously there's not just competition. They play friendlies and stuff in it and other stuff. So there's more than enough time to play other players and get things going. So no, No excuses, but like you said, you saw that man in it who was, you know, if he was, I know it was a few years back, but if he was the manager in them times and he's talking to one of your key players like that, yeah, sadly you have to question that. You know what I mean? If that's not across the board.
I was just reading in one of these little reports here when they said they moved the training facilities away from the cities to places like Surrey, Hertfordshire, and Cheshire. They were saying like in the men's teams they might arrange for some player to be transported from, you know, some area to out there so they can get there and all that stuff. And whereas they probably don't look at that as a something they should do for the women, you know. What do you think about that, Johnny?
Say that again, sorry.
You know, they got the training facilities for women, yeah, for both of you, not for Johnny, yeah, for both of you.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah, the training facilities are in Surrey, Hertfordshire, and Cheshire, yeah.
Yeah.
For the women clubs, yeah. So this is their argument. They're saying that, well, because it's out there in this areas and it's not really a quote unquote urban area, you know, they're not from around there, so we just got to make do with what we got. But in the men's game, the men they might arrange some kind of travel for this player to be transported to this place so they can make it, you know. And I mean, look, it makes sense anyway. Even if they're not from the area, for you to ship some people in, what for? It's only going to make a team better, right? So why wouldn't they do it, you know?
Yeah, they should, of course. But see, even some of the ladies' teams, they don't, like Chelsea's ladies, they don't even play at Stamford Bridge, so they play at Kings Meadow in Kingston. They play a little bit out. Yeah, I've been out there, like, and so they don't play at they only play at Stamford Bridge on Champions League games, so they don't have access to that because then, like I said, you always have to go out there and play, and that's quite far away. And then training-wise, you know what I mean? I know like I said, they switch some games, innit? They when it's like, because I think they're playing Leon, I think the next couple of weeks. I'm looking at tickets for my children, but yeah, they are doing that there. But yeah, that's the thing.
Even that woman.
I mean, there should be more setups here.
Even that Hope Powell, Johnny was talking about Hope Powell, and even she said she's never worked with a non-white coach in football, and she's been in the game for long, isn't she?
Years.
Yeah, ages. She's been in there for a long time, and that just shows you there. There's still a massive lack of diversity there, and it's not really changing. Not really changing.
And from when she's saying that, go on.
No, go for it.
Yeah, from when she's saying that, and she's been in the game for so many years, that's when you know it's bad. From she's saying she hasn't worked with any like non-white coaches, that is bad.
Yeah, 100%, and 100%.
But like you say, you see them at the younger levels, but then whether it's refereeing or coaching or management, you see them at the younger levels or the lower levels of football. Like not even maybe semi-pro, obviously lower than that. But then there's no sort of progression up.
What about
like
you?
I said, it's just good.
What about you guys? Yeah, what about your experience? Did you play some kind of level of football, right? And if you did, right, what did you see anything like that? Did you see anything racist around there? What you got to say, guys?
Yeah, played a fair bit of football. Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
Did you see any racism down there, mate?
Not really with the teams I played in, because there's a large.
You got to look at not your teams. You got to look at your coaches and stuff like that, and some kind of general chat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Did you see anything?
Yeah, nah. Well, my coach, yeah, not really. I don't remember it. Maybe a little bit. Pat was cool, if you remember Pat. You know Pat back in the day, innit?
That mixed race guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember Pat. But
yeah, Pat.
But you see cool, what you're talking about. Yeah, that was like, I know that football level that you're talking about. But
Yeah.
it's got to be different. It wasn't that place. You wouldn't see it there. You understand? Because that
No,
was more
not there,
inclusive. That was
outside of
really
it.
inclusive. You got to look at, going South London, play for South London, or
Yeah.
for some kind of club, right? I went down to Carl Shorten. Where's that? Croydon, innit? Somewhere
Yeah.
up in Croydon.
Yeah.
And I remember going there, and listen, they were bad, my friend. They were fucking bad, my friend.
Yeah.
They were bad, yeah. And you just held it though. You just held it because that's just how they were. You understand? You just assume that's how it is, yeah. Take it or leave it, because
Yeah.
you wanted to kick ball, and so you just have to hold
Even
it.
at South London level, they were like that. Yeah, I remember South London. When you play for South, I played for South London a couple of times, and I had some trial, and it was like, yeah, that there's a large proportion of the players that are on trials and are playing for them are black, but the people behind it are still very bigoted and very narrow-minded in their thinking. I mean, I know it's a long time ago, isn't it? Like, that's part of why.
Yeah, but it's still the same. It
35
hasn't
years
changed,
ago.
bro. It hasn't changed because
But it's that
it's
grand network of people that there's these silly old sort of relics and knuckle draggers that just bring it down.
hasn't
man.
changed,
Mate.
man. Them people are still the same, and the infrastructure is still the same. Them people going around doing this thing for how many years, and they're still eating. I remember we went down at Dulwich Hamlet back in the days, and there was a coach there. You understand, and saying all kinds of things. And I remember seeing him at Arsenal. You understand? He was down at Arsenal. You understand? From that place to Arsenal, I was like, "Rod, this guy's here. What's going on?" You know what I mean? They allow it, my friend. They allow it. They allow it. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, I agree with both what both you lot are saying, but it's just
Did you play?
on.
Sorry. Did you play?
Just like little Sunday league and all that.
Did you see anything? You didn't see nothing down there, did you? Sunday leagues?
I did. It come like everyone was just black round there, but I didn't see nothing but black people. But I'll be honest. So maybe if I would have got a bit higher up, then I would have seen what you two were talking about. But
It wasn't that high.
Nah.
Don't worry, man. It wasn't that high.
no, but it was higher up than what I was just playing, like
totally.
Sunday league kickabout and all that. But I never seen any of that, man.
Yeah, no, sadly it seems to be still there, isn't it? But yeah, you hope for better days, but it doesn't seem to be that way, though, isn't it? It doesn't seem to be that way, especially with social media and stuff now and other nonsense that's going on. The rise of the keyboard warrior now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That makes
You've
it
got it
worse.
right.
It seems like everybody's got freedom to say whatever they like.
Yeah,
Always behind or hidden.
yeah, I know this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the rise of the keyboard warrior there, just out there on his own little, just sitting in a darkened room.
You sound like you know what's going on there, bro. What's that? What's going on, bro?
No.
What's going on?
It's not that dark, my room, actually. I've got a light on, to be fair. Yeah, no Star Wars business. No Obi-Wan.
Do you not remember that Barber woman? Her name's called Sutton Barber, and she used to work on
commentating, innit? She does the commentating.
Yeah, she brought up a thing when England won the Euros, when she questioned, it said she then questioned the fact that the players on the field were all white, adding but all starting 11 and all 5 substitutes that had come onto the pitch were all white, and that does point towards a lack of diversity in the women's game in England. Then after that, bad man, you didn't see her again after that. And then all the punditry people were coming out saying England just beat Norway 8-0, and you're looking at the negative things and all that. But she's basically saying, but doesn't no one see a problem in that whole match that everyone on the field, all the subs, everyone was white, Badman. And she's a woman that brought that up, and it's like after that, it's like they just cancelled her, Badman. You don't see her again.
Yeah,
Went missing.
Liberties, isn't it?
And then they asked Beth Mead about it, and then Beth Mead was like, well, if you're good enough, you're good enough. If you're not, then you won't. And then who was it? Ian Wright must have come out and said he's gonna have a word with Beth Mead about that because she shouldn't have said what she said and all of that. And he knows she's not like that and all that. But bad man, this thing runs deeper than what man think, you know.
Listen to this, right? Listen to this. This is from the cutoff 21. It's a 2021 cutoff, right? From the where's this from? Study of the University of Central Lancashire, yeah. In 2021, right? In the Premier League, yeah, was 33% of players were black, yeah.
Go on.
In the League One, French League, 44% are black. In the Bundesliga, 5%. All right.
Go on.
And now we go on to managers, yeah.
Go on.
In the French, German, and the Premier League, 2 out of 20 managers BAME.
You see, yeah, it's not a lot either.
And in the French League, none. German Bundesliga, there's 1. Yeah.
Yeah, management's dire, isn't it? It's a dire situation. The management.
That's bad.
It's terrible. It's terrible, and
that's disgusting.
It's terrible. They need to do something about that ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mate. You need to get a Lampard job. You need to get your Lampard job in. You know what I mean?
Well, listen. So watch it. Yeah. What's exactly? Look, they got them man like Lampard, and what's the other man? Listen. Sorry, I forgot about to say this, right? You know, this guy, right? Parker. You remember this guy, yeah? He just got sacked from Bruges, yeah? He just got sacked, right? And I was watching on the TV. Joe Cole, innit, was on there talking about, yeah, you know, we all know him, we played with him, you know, he's all right, innit? Not talking about nothing about his management skills. He's garbage. I don't know how he even got that job. You understand? He didn't get it over merit. It must have been somebody didn't want to do nobody wanted to go in that job and they said, fuck it, bring this guy, man. He's the only candidate. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got no skills. What, he didn't even win the game in that place, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Who was he manager of Bruges?
Bruges, and he was in the Champions League. He got sacked for what did he get sacked from? He was in the Premier League, innit? Done garbage in the Premier League. Got sacked.
He got sacked in August when they lost 9-0 to Liverpool.
And then went out to run club in the Champions League. What qualified him to do that? I don't know what thought he could get the qualification to go and do that.
It's like you said, no one else wanted the job. They just thought, all right, Scotty Parker, bring him in. He's part of the old boys brigade. Bring him in, innit?
Yeah, maybe, but they're quite big, bruv, because they've had a massive turnaround, Bruges, over the last few years, and they made the knockout stages of the Champions League, innit? Didn't they make it?
Yeah,
and that's big because if you consider it's Belgium, it's a team from the Belgium league coming to the knockout stages.
No, we're
not many teams from Belgium go anywhere, innit?
We're not knocking we're knocking Bruges. Bruges are good. Hold on. Yeah, Bruges.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're good. So I don't know how he got that particular job because they're a good side and they'd achieved a lot over the last few years. So he just walked into that job when he just come out of the Bournemouth job. So it's a bit of a strange one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what we just said, didn't it? There's no reason for him to get that job because he didn't have no qualification to get that job. He didn't do nothing good enough to get that job. Not to say it's the best job or whatever, but still, that team, you're always going to get into the Champions League, definitely. But no, he didn't have no qualification to get that. Yeah, it's madness. So look, when you look at guys like that, there must be other guys. I know Houghton was better than him. You understand?
Definitely, yeah.
Houghton was much better than him.
He was a good coach, man. He was a good coach, Chris Hughton. You know what I mean? He done well there. You know what I mean? He got a raw deal.
And they got other coaches. But it seems like, listen, with that bad attitude that they have with these managers, it seems like like with Houghton, it's like the players don't the players don't respect it. I just got a flashback of John Barnes coaching. That's why I started laughing. It was. It didn't seem like they would back him. You know what I'm saying? They don't back their managers as well. But when it comes to some people, I mean, not all black managers can manage. You know, like that man I just said. You know what I mean?
No,
what do you think about that? What do you think that you got some personal experience around that in your old chap or Art?
Oh, JB, yeah, the great JB, yeah, yeah. He wasn't very. It was his mate. It's the mate's rates, in it. His mate got him in the door. And yeah, he was a bit unlucky, but he was a novice manager getting a really big job, and he bought very poorly, and he did have decent money to spend actually back in 2000, mate, and yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, mate. He bought players for like £6 million, mate. You know what I mean? And they were shit.
Who did he buy? What? George Ware? George Ware's cousin.
Mate. Yeah, I remember he bought one mad Brazilian defender. He bought him from the Brazilian league, mate. His name was Rafael Shit, and he was shit. Excuse my language. And yeah, he had
I know that guy.
You know, at least he got a try, innit? At least, well, we was a laughing stock for 6 months, innit? You know what I mean? It was a laughing stock. Whether or not it was all John's fault, I don't know, but he wasn't very good. But yeah, look, I mean, his career shouldn't finish there because many managers get sacked, innit? Like, and they come back and do good jobs elsewhere. What's my man there? The horrible guy, not the horrible guy. What's his name? Simeone. He's been sacked like 2 or 3 times. Way before he got the Atletico job, he got sacked from Sporting Gijon, and he's still come out and done well, you know what I mean? So that shouldn't be the end of it. What I'm saying is, if he gets sacked, so Barnes, he could have went on and done something else. But
that was a big job. That was too big job. Just like the Lampard at Chelsea, that was too big for him to try and come in there. Go on, Johnny. Go on, Johnny. Go on, Johnny.
There, you know what I mean?
Go on, Johnny.
Bro, it's all wrong, bad man. Because look, you're bringing up Lampard, yeah. What, he went from where? Derby County, yeah, straight to Chelsea. And he spent a shitload of money at Derby County as well. That's what man don't know about, man. He got the money at Derby, and it's like he didn't get them promoted, didn't succeed, and then he went to Chelsea. Like, how?
Just because he was a legend, I suppose, at Chelsea. They tried to gamble.
That legend status. It's like, look, like, who right, you want to say the legend status still, cool. Got him, Steven Gerrard, they all get this by...
Yeah, of course, but that's what they banked on, innit? That they'll get him in there and he would, like, galvanise and do stuff, and he was just a dead manager, innit? You know what I mean? Just ain't got the minerals, mate. You know what I mean? But it's because who he is, innit? Like I'm saying, and it's a shame, but you know, where is he now? You know what I'm saying?
Go on, Johnny. What was you saying, Johnny? Go on.
No, but you say about the being a club legend and all of these things, like. All right, cool. You got him, Gerrard, they're club legends.
Yeah.
But and you got man like, all right, Patrick Vieira. He's an Arsenal club. He's a legend at Arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, them man had to go all the way out and manage all in America, bad man, or go to some New York, whatever they're called.
Cosmo.
And then he went. Yeah, and then where did he go after that? He went to France, didn't he? He went, Monaco.
France, so he got sacked or something, innit? Yeah.
Then he got sacked.
And I remember, sorry, I remember me and you talking. You remember that? And you said, "What would you take him at Arsenal?" And I said, "Hell no," with how it was reported. But when he went to Palace, though, I changed my mind, didn't I? Innit? Because he done all right at Palace, didn't he?
He did all right at Palace with the tools that he got, or the tools that he had. He did good for what he did at Palace. But I would take him. Well, right now,
sliding now, mate. He's sliding now, though. Palace are sliding, bro.
Because look, he's not given the correct tools. Look when Steven Gerrard went into Aston Villa, they gave him money, they backed him. Frank Lampard.
Yeah, but sorry, bro.
Hey, let him finish, man. Let him finish. Go on, bro.
all these managers get
Hmm.
backed, bruv. They all get financial backing. Chris Houghton, when he was at Brighton, never got backed.
Yeah.
Never. Patrick Vieira, he's never got backed. He's just getting loan players, drips and drabs. He's getting all these like off-cast players that no one don't want. Look, who else is there? Look at Paul Ince. Look at Paul Ince. Where is he? Paul Ince is at Reading. I think it's Reading or one of them.
Reading.
But
Yeah.
these man there. When last have you seen a black manager get financially backed at a team that they're at? Tell me that.
But Villa, I mean, talking about Villa, hold a second. Hold on,
answer,
come
let
back
him
to on the
answer.
Villa point, yeah? They're like the 5th richest club in the Premier League, Aston Villa, so they got money. Palace ain't got no money. Palace have got 25,000. No, but they've got a 25,000 seater stadium, Palace.
Go on.
Small, bruv. They've got no dough. You know, I mean, he bought players. He bought Edouard from us.
Go on.
Edouard from us. Edouard plays
Fuck.
rubbish for him. He plays rubbish
How
for
much did
him.
he get him for? How much did he get
We
Edward?
paid 15 million for him. And he scored 5 goals for him.
There's some money there, but he don't.
He
doesn't-
Money.
Also, he doesn't start. He don't play him all the time, does he?
He's openly criticised him.
But then again, you can kind of say he makes a rod for his own back as well, because it's like he's got players that he does. Look, they said Crystal Palace in their last 3 games have not had a shot on target.
I think
And then
it's like I said
he's
earlier,
got
they started off
he's-
well, but they've gone downhill, bruv, quickly, and they might go down.
Could they been found out? Could they been found out?
I think they're good, but he doesn't. He ain't got a goal scorer, so they don't win enough games, innit? He'd drawn so many games. If you want to have a bet on Palace, you'd bet on them to draw, innit? Even at the weekend, he only lost, what was it, 1-0 to City,
That's right, and not everyone can say
and
that.
it was a
Not
dead
everybody-
penalty as well,
Not
innit?
everybody can say they can go to City or City can come to their house and they only score 1 goal. You understand?
Lose.
Not a lot can say that, man. They dealt with us how many times, innit? City, they beat us up all the time,
Yeah.
innit?
We haven't beat City since 2017 in
It's
the
a
league.
tough
So, and we always lose by more than a goal, more than 2 goals. So
Yeah, I would keep him. I'd keep Vieira at Palace now, innit? Like, but you know, that's not the world we live in. If they start losing a few more games, they're going to be looking at him. You know what I mean? Which they shouldn't, because he done really well before. But it's just a madness, innit? They'll look to get rid of him soon.
But this goes back to what my mum was saying earlier. There's other managers that are doing worse. Look,
Go on,
look,
answer
look
that
at
one
David.
when he's finished. Answer that one.
Look, you got David Moyes. He's
Yeah.
doing worse. Brendan Rodgers. What's going on with him? You got like all these players. No, all these managers. And it's like, what scrutiny? All right, David Moyes, yeah, they kind of are saying,
Well,
Hey.
I mean, as I said, with all due respect, gentlemen, I work with West Ham fans, and all season, they've been killing him. Now, these are the same West Ham fans that last year were talking about how good he was. So, what has he turned into a rubbish manager overnight? How does it work out? You know, I mean, what's the narrative there with a manager? Because last year he was outstanding. Surely, he nearly got him in the Champions League.
You see
Now
what
this year he's dreadful. I don't buy that.
what you just said there can go with any manager, right? Because they were doing all right last season, weren't they? Palace, they were scoring,
Yeah, they were doing well last
they
year.
were doing fine, and now they're going through the slump. But watch it, they're 12th, they're 12th in the Premier League, yeah. And it's that. Listen, from that 20th position to 12th is madness. It's 22 to
There's
27.
only a few points.
22 to 27.
Mm.
Anybody can go down from that position. You understand? Anybody can go down there.
Mm. No, I agree. It's a close league, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if Vieira got sacked or if Moyes got sacked, no, it doesn't make them a bad coach. You know what I mean? It just means they've not been good this year, because they can come and do it again, because it was proven by Simeone. He's been sacked 2 or 3 times, but he's still a very good coach. Even if you don't know the football that he plays, it's horrible stuff, but he gets results generally. So I think they should stick with their man there. But it's not the world we live in, is it? There's guys that are going to get sacked. I'm surprised Moyes still has a job, rightfully or
And the
wrongfully
worst
so.
thing, Worst thing is, Moyes is being backed. They've
Oh
given
yeah, he's
him
had
money.
money. He's had money. He spent money. He spent money, no doubt about it. He spent a lot of money this year.
I've never known West Ham, their owners. Rest in peace to the one that died. The other owner that died. Whatever his name. But I've
Pawn
never
King.
known West Ham.
Yeah, David Gold, isn't it?
I've never known West Ham to back a manager and spend this much money. I don't think they ever have until Moyes. They gave Moyes the checkbook and said, "Here you go. What players do you want?" They got what's it? They got seasoned internationals that they brought in, and you're looking at it like he should be under more scrutiny than Patrick Vieira, bro. Because Moyes he's had the money to spend. They gave him the reins.
I think
He hasn't
honestly,
come up
mate.
with-
I mean, I know you're not a West Ham fan, but Moyes is under mad scrutiny, mate. Like they want him out. They want him 100% out. I don't know no West Ham fan that they want him in the job.
Totally.
Like no one wants him.
Totally, the fans want him out, but that's besides the point. The fans got their own view, and that's okay with that. When that's not the issue here. That's not the issue here, right? That's not what you're saying, is it, Johnny? You're not talking about the fans,
That's not
are
what
you?
I'm saying.
I know you're not talking
I'm
about.
saying,
Go
no,
on.
I'm not. I'm talking about like man's talking about boom when Danny Murphy was on Match of the Day and Gary Lineker said to him, "Oh, Moyes, what do you think about him getting sacked?" What's the first thing Danny Murphy said? No, keep him in the job. The Moyes, this is what you were saying earlier. This is what he said. Nah, keep him in the job. And then Wrighty was there as well. Yeah, they should keep Moyes in the job. Why?
All right.
Why should they keep him? Go on.
All right. Do you think that? Okay. Now the question is: do you think that helps? Do you think that helps a man keeping his job when people are vouching for him on the TV or anything like that? Old professionals, both of you. Do you think that helps? Yes, Johnny.
yeah.
What do you think?
It can do, but those old professionals, they don't run that football club. So
Obviously,
if the director of football wants him gone, they'll sack him.
It goes a long way.
So therefore, if we look at it logically, if Patrick Vieira takes Palace down, should they stick with him?
Should they?
Yeah. I mean, if he was your manager, if you was a Palace man now, and your team slowly sliding down the table, unless he remedies that, they're going to be in a relegation fight, and he could take them down.
But they already are in a relegation fight. They already are. It's not that they already are.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, not really. Not yet.
I don't think it doesn't matter.
They're not in a relegation fight yet, are they? Really? Yeah. They just need to fight.
Was it 5 points? 5 points.
Listen. Right. From that performance that they done against Man City, I don't know how many teams. Right. You go through it. There's probably about. I don't know how many teams can sit there and hold up Man City like they held. No team can do that, yeah, because they've been steamrolling everybody. You understand? Nobody can hold that. All right, if they switch it around a little bit and just play that, because did you watch the match, any of you?
You didn't see that much going on in it.
Did you watch the match? Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much going on in the match. It didn't seem.
Right. The chances that they had, yeah, because they were supposed to play counter-attacking football and catch them on the surprise. The whole time I saw they had like 2 or 3 chances. You understand? They had Zaha complaining on the side. You understand? Was bitching and moaning, but they had a couple of times, but he made one of the good chances as well. And they had a couple of chances. You know what? Right? That guy was the guy on the right side. He probably had his worst game. He gave up the penalty as well. He had the worst game ever. You understand? If anything, they should have subbed him up. Elise, and he's usually the one causing the trouble. You understand? He's usually the one you'd give him the ball and they'll counter. He didn't have the day, but still, they had a bad day and they only got 1-0. I think they can come through that, definitely. I don't know. What do you think?
But are you remembering what I said? The last 3 games, they haven't had a shot on target.
No, totally. I heard that 100%.
At any level, that is not acceptable. 3 games and not 1 shot on target. How is that? How, bro? And it's like what my man just said. Cool. They're sliding to to me. They're in a relegation battle, isn't it?
Nah.
Well, if you guys beat them on Sunday, they'll definitely be in a relegation battle.
Of course, we're going to beat them on Sunday. There's no. We're gonna beat them on.
Listen to him. I like that confidence, you know. I like that confidence. Where did that come from, old chap?
They're not coming to the Emirates. They're not coming to the Emirates and winning on Sunday. They're not. It's not gonna happen.
That's the thing. I'm looking at it like they are 12th, but they're only 3 points ahead of Bournemouth.
This is what I'm saying. They're in. They're in it. They're
Crazy.
deep in.
Yeah, I mean, above Palace, everyone's okay, but yeah, sort of Palace going down, they're struggling. But no, I think he looks like a good coach, Vieira. I don't know what's happened to him the last sort of few months, but they are sliding, innit? But last year he was excellent.
They haven't won a game in 2023.
It's pretty
Their
miserable
last three
stuff.
games. The last 3 games, they have not had a shot on target. 2023, they have not won a game.
Yeah, we get it.
How is that possible?
No,
How is
we
that
get-
possible?
Totally. We get it. Bad form, yeah. Everybody goes for it every now and again, yeah. Palace is my second
more
team.
than-
Palace is
Go
my second team. You understand? So, I think they'll come through. Because listen, they still got that dangerous counter attacking. They got Zaha on one side. They got that striker Edward or. Listen, Lokonga's been playing excellent. I don't know. You should be watching Palace,
he's there,
Johnny,
innit?
because
Lokonga's
Lokonga's there. He's been playing different than he played at Arsenal. You understand? He's been doing the thing what he should have been doing at Arsenal. He's doing it at Palace. You understand?
And why is that? Because he can perform in a lower team. That's why.
Well, look, it is what it is. You know, he needed experience, didn't he? He didn't. He couldn't have got it in our team, innit? So he needed to get it wherever he can get it. So listen,
Less
up your
pressure,
levels,
maybe,
man.
innit? So-
Up your levels. Get some experience. Go drop the level. Go up your level, and then see what you do when you come back. Innit? It's all right. Go on, sir.
Okay. Let me tell you this. Here's the rest of Crystal Palace's.
That's what I was gonna get. Go on.
And you tell me where they're getting their win from, yeah? On Wednesday, they're away to Brighton. They ain't winning that. The 19th, they're away to Arsenal. They ain't winning that. The 1st of April, they're at home to Leicester. Maybe they'll get a point from that, maybe. Then they're away to Leeds. Then
Go
they're
on.
away to Southampton.
So there you go. They can
Then
win
they're
all
home
them last 3 matches. They can win. What did you say? Leeds,
Cool.
Bournemouth,
Cool.
Leicester, Leeds. You said Leicester, Leeds.
Leicester, Leeds, Southampton,
They can win them.
Everton, Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Fulham, and on the last day of the season, they're at home to Nottingham Forest.
They could run that. I think they could run that. What do you think, Art?
Hey, look, they could stay up, innit? I mean, you know, this league is the craziest league, innit? 1 week you'll beat a team 7-0 and then you'll lose to the team in the bottom, innit? So as much as I'm saying they've got hard games and they probably will go and lose at Arsenal, innit? You just don't know, innit? That's one thing about the Premier League is it is the most competitive league in terms of everyone from top to bottom can go and get a result. Not always.
Totally.
You know
But what do you think,
It's more
though?
sharp.
Totally. But what do you think, though?
I think they might scrape it. It's very difficult, mate. They need to start getting the results now, innit? Like the game against Brighton, I think got to try and get something from. I don't think they're getting anything against you guys, but you never know. But yeah, they can do it. But like you said, they play all right football, but they don't score the goals, innit?
And
Like you
also,
said, they've got Eze, Edward,
and
Zaha.
also, who's to say all them teams below? Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Everton, Leicester, West Ham, Bournemouth, Leeds, Southampton. Who says they're gonna win their next matches?
It's all messed up. You look,
Yeah?
you know the Premier League, guys.
Which
It's
is
a tough old league.
Which is that is. I'll give you that. That is true.
It's a mad league, isn't it? Like you go and beat Man United 7-0 and you lose to Bournemouth. Anything goes, but yeah, I mean, obviously Liverpool are quite unpredictable. But I like Vieira anyway. I mean, coming back to him in it as a black coach, he has done a good job there. But you know, it's ruthless and cutthroat nonsense in it. But hopefully they stick with him, even if the worst happened and he went down. It'll be cool if they should stick with him because not enough people stick with their coaches now anyway. They just want to
But
sack man.
They would. They should, but they wouldn't. You know they wouldn't.
I think he won't
think-
go down. I think he will stay up. There's other unstable teams down there below that can definitely take a cut down there, a couple of seasons downstairs to step up. Remember, Palace was always up and down in it for how many years? Innit? They've always been the yo-yo
That's quite
team,
true, isn't it?
and I think he'll keep him in anyway. You know, let's just see how it goes. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, be a good one to wait and see. But yeah, he's got his work cut out, but hopefully he keeps him up, Big Pat, you know what I mean? And he gets a couple of his colleagues up there, mate, you know what I mean? But who knows, mate, because it doesn't seem to be, there's that drive in it to get more sort of, whether it's black referees, you know what I mean, coaches, everything, innit? You need the big overhaul, man, innit?
All right.
You
all
might
right.
see it in your lifetime.
All right.
Go on. Vieira spoke out about it already, though. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Patrick Vieira come out and said
yes, he did. He
that
did.
there hasn't. What he said again? Something like, since he's come into the
He said
game,
they still
he
haven't
hasn't
made no
seen an
changes.
improvement. Yeah,
He said they
but
still
they
ain't.
tried to come up with a statement and said, yes, there's been so much percent more of like ethnic or black coaches, but Patrick Vieira's like, I haven't seen it. If there has, I haven't seen it.
All right, so all I know is let's go through it, yeah. Because what Fulham, I know Belmonte's there, innit? Belmonte's
Go on,
there at
yeah.
Fulham. I don't know about Leicester. Leicester used to have Torre there, didn't they? Colo.
Toure, but he went to Wigan and got sacked.
So he's probably trying to get back in there. Come on, give me my job back. What else? Who else is around there? Have you seen any ethnic coaches
On
on
the
the
fair.
side?
Go through.
I don't think I've seen
They
any.
said Man United got
Oh yeah, Benny McCarthy. Yeah, Benny McCarthy.
Yeah,
Listen,
training Rashford. Go on.
that's the change of form. That's what they're putting it under him, innit? Benny. Benny's the name.
Benny. Isn't it? Yeah. So I didn't know. Yeah, I forgot he was out there. Yeah, you see.
They got my man at Sheffield Wednesday, Darren Moore, is it?
Whoa,
Oh, the old
Our
guy,
Premier
yeah.
League we are
Oh.
dealing with, innit?
That
Our
from
Premier League
West
we are
Brom,
dealing
yeah,
with, brethren.
Okay. Oh, you're just staying with
Our
the
Premier
okay,
League, our
okay,
top level we are
okay.
dealing with. But no, respect to Darren Moore. He's done his thing. He's done his thing, definitely. What about up there, bruv? Up north?
Nah, I don't think so, man. They had. That's it. Colo Torre was up there, innit? He was coaching with Brendan Rodgers, innit? When Brendan Rodgers was up there.
Celtic,
Torre, yeah, he was coaching with him. Minute he done a bit with him then after he finished playing. Honestly, no, mate. I can go run through most of the clubs, mate.
Arsenal, no. Man City, no. Man United, don't think. Tottenham got what's it? Ledley King. What I don't know what he does there, but Ledley King's at
Still
Tottenham.
there, Taras. He's still there.
Newcastle, have they got any Newcastle? You know of anyone Newcastle?
I can't say I do, can you know? I can't say I do. I mean, Hullet was the last one I remember at Newcastle. You understand? Rud Hullet.
Liverpool, anyone
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
at
Ruud Gullit, innit? He was the first, innit? I think.
I think it was the first, yeah.
Major high profile, man. There was a brother in I can't remember. I was reading about him earlier on. He was like in 1960. I think he was a Rochdale coach. He was one of the first. I think he was the first coach. Yeah, but first major league like man said Premier League is Hullet, innit? Hullet was the man there, come there.
Yeah.
But maybe just because also he was so high profile, innit? So that's the thing. Massive profile.
No,
You think if he didn't have that profile, maybe not.
No, it's because he done good, right?
Yeah.
Let's have it right. It's because he done good. Because he did do good. He brought in the Vialli, didn't he? He brought in the Vialli and he won a trophy, didn't he?
Mateos.
Yeah, he won
And he
the
had
FA
good
Cup.
scouting and he brought the sexy football to Chelsea, didn't he?
Oh yeah, sexy football, man.
How can you forget that? How can you, man, forget that?
We are going to play sexy football.
Innit?
Chelsea, we play sexy football.
Innit? I need to stop.
He came with that sexy football.
Innit?
Man.
The sexy football, man. Oh, rude, mate. Couple of years.
Ain't it rude?
And then he tried bench Alan Shearer, innit?
That was it.
See you
was the
later,
end,
man.
yeah.
P45,
Yeah.
bro. P45, not the bus. You get me?
That's it, mate. Got sold.
Newcastle's like, well, I am the coach, and I do not think Alan is playing good enough, so I bench him. And then, yeah, it went tits up. It went Pete Tom for him after that.
Yeah, sadly, it didn't go well, mate. Didn't go well at all, mate, for him after that. And he give his number to, he's mad, isn't it? He was agreeing with. He had a few issues, but I thought he was a good coach at Chelsea anyway. He done well, like you said. He brought a bit to the club, you know what I mean? After Bates sacked him,
he
innit?
brought them back. Yeah, he brought them back, didn't he, Chelsea? And then he laid the foundation, even signing Vialli and then letting Vialli run the thing, and he took it to another level himself, innit? You remember him, Tromso, innit? Remember against Tromso, Vialli?
It's no monster. It's no monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's beast in it.
But no, he was the first. Old Rudy boy. Isn't it? But he said he was arrogant, Ken Bates, innit? He said it was arrogant.
Totally. You could see that. But listen, what Marino, you understand? He was in the right place, wasn't he? Arrogant man for Chelsea. That's what they like, innit? They like that, innit?
That's what you want, innit? You go where you want.
All
Yeah,
right.
what you want.
Chelsea have always had them arrogant man there, man.
Yeah. But Ken Bates calling someone arrogant is a bit cheeky as well, mate, you know what I mean? So, not really got much of a leg to stand on. The man that used to resurrect electric fences around his ground to keep his fans in. You know what I mean? Get the old electric wire, mate. Give you the electric shock back in the 80s.
So listen, right? This been today was about racism in football, yeah?
Yeah.
We need to see, yeah? We need to see more ethnics involved immediately in coaching,
100%,
in the refereeing, in all facets of the football, in the women's game. You know, it'd be nice to see women coaching women's team. You understand? We don't want to see men coaching women's team all the time. Go on.
I know my daughter was saying that. She said, "Why is that happening, Dad?" I said, "Yeah, it's not great." I said to her, "I said, you know, because she's like, we don't really see women coaching men, Dad." I said, "Well, no, you don't really do that."
You don't.
I mean, so no, she's right, and I think you are right.
Go on. And until when that happens, I feel it should be just women in the women's league until a woman breaks into the men's game and starts coaching a men's team. I think women should get their thing, and that's where the women should be getting their flowers. You see what I mean? In the women's league, so they'll get to upgrade into the men's thing. You get me? But if you're not letting women like do their thing in the women's league, there's no hope for them, bro.
No,
there's no hope. But what they do, they sack all the women and then bring in the men. Look, they done it to Tottenham this morning in the women's team. They sacked a woman, then they put a man in charge straight. It's all wrong, but this whole snakes and ladders thing is all wrong, bad man. It's all wrong.
That is wrong, definitely. But it needs changing, innit, everywhere.
The only woman that keeps their job is the Chelsea woman, Hayes. She's the only one. All the rest of them get sacked.
Isn't it? I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, she's been successful, but yeah, they all get sacked, and it is silly. Like you said, there should be the women in charge of the women. I mean, look, if there's a woman good enough to coach a men's team, why not? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, you shouldn't be sacking and a woman and then replacing it with a guy straight away. It's not. At least if you sack a woman, bring in the next woman. Exactly, because you're not really encouraging women to come through the coaching system. Then they say, well, I'm not really going to bother then because it's just going to be all guys running our teams and stuff. So no, and you need obviously the diversity to go with that as well. Because you have to check it. Crossed, man. We can only hope, innit? You have to check it now. Now they got men in charge. What is the likelihood they're going to sack a man and then bring in a woman? It's not going to happen. Well, I hear that, man. Hopefully,
we've got Marky's put a comment in there, and he said he goes down to the non-league football a lot, and
he does. He goes. He travels all over.
He sees a lot of black referees, coaches, and managers around. So there is something basically stopping them getting in. You know what I'm saying? Like what you were saying, the glass rooftop.
The glass ceiling, yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. It's like at a certain level and then bang, that's it. Like, how do you go above that? What's the criteria? Like, you hear that, like, just a quick one. You hear the stories people go into these whatever interviews or meetings and like, some, whatever, not quite open discrimination, like, subtle, but it's open and stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully, some of those guys can break through. Yeah, he's a cool guy because he goes to all the local he goes on, he does a tour of ground. So you go mainly little small grounds, you know what I mean? So there you go. Like you said, you've got an example. So it's at the lower level, but not quite at the top, you know what I mean? So why isn't that coming through? Hopefully in our time we'll see, because the last man was our Uriah, mate. We need a bit more than that coming through.
So they're basically stopping
100%.
it. That's what they're doing. They're basically stopping it. So you can see that, because if they're prominent down at that level, non-league level, they're definitely stopping it. Yeah, stop stopping it. Stop saying kick it out, and you're not kicking out nothing. Yeah, kick them in. Stop kicking them out. The thing's reversed. It's like, it's not about racism. It's like kick the black people out, mate. No, kick them back in, please. Yeah.
We don't want to kick them out. We want to kick them in, innit? Yeah, you know what I mean? You need the diverse representation. That's what we're hoping for, innit? But yeah, we'll see, innit? Maybe as time goes on, it might improve. You might get a couple of guys, coming through, more coaches, managers, you know what I mean? You need all of that there. Because, yeah, like you said before, it's kind of 1 in 4 players. You know what I mean? And it's only like 4%, you know what I mean? If that.
But man need to get to the root of the root of the problem. Man need to get to where man's saying where the ceiling thing is. Man need to get to where that is and get to it and just flush out that whole thing and just.
I said this whole infrastructure, I believe, in it. So that's the thing, innit? It's at the very top, innit? Because you can see there's clear evidence that at the lower levels, the real lower echelons, should we say, there are quite a decent influence there. But then when you want to come into the professional game, where's that going? Nowhere, quite literally, innit? So how's it breaking down? Why is it breaking down? Like you said, is it just by design? If it's by design, then the whole thing's got to break down. The whole structure's got to break down.
It's that same
tear
people
it down,
again.
innit?
It's the same people again doing the same old tricks, the same old dirty tricks. Yeah, we see you. We can see you. Yeah, can you stop doing them dirty tricks? Yeah, or you're gonna have a bigger problem to deal with. You know what I mean, boys?
100%.
All right, wicked. Hey, any other business, old boys? Anything else you'd like to have a chin wag about? That was good. That was good, definitely. Any other business, any gossips or whatever, come with it. Seen anything? We saw about the man got his job back. We spoke about that.
Yeah, old Gaz got his job. Yeah, we got his job back. Old Lineker, innit? Old Wayne Lineker.
Old FA Cup.
Old Wayne Lineker.
I'm taking us to the FA.
Old FA Cup it is.
Yeah, no, he hustled. Listen, freedom of speech is a must, definitely. You understand? Is a must. But listen, right? I want to see if if it was a racial thing and around the referees and thing, you think they would they boycott that for that? I would like to think they would do that. Go on.
They wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
100% they wouldn't. They just wouldn't.
I would like to think that they would, but we're going to see. We're going to see. Go on. What was that?
I would like to say. I would like to think they would, but they just wouldn't.
Yeah, it's questionable, isn't it? Look, there's no morals and ethics in football as it is, isn't it? Never mind people boycotting anything now, isn't it? These guys, people just happy. Then that's probably come back to a bigger problem another time, is people just happy to stay in the lane and stay in the status quo. No one's really speaking out. Like you said, guy spoke out about that thing there, you know what I mean? They're just hauling him up quick time.
But don't you think it was funny with the World Cup? They were moaning about the country that it was in, but they still went out there.
Of course, they took the money. Yeah,
they still went out there. They did.
Go on.
They still went out there.
And took the money. Yeah,
no
of course.
one
Yeah,
stand down, nothing.
yeah.
But
Of course, but it's just the same
also, it was one of the best World Cups, isn't it? For as in
Yeah, it was.
non-violence and stuff like that. There was no violence. You understand? You know why, innit?
No
Why
drinking.
is that?
There was no sauce,
Exactly.
no sauce around.
It shows what the drinking culture does.
Yeah. It does to some, and that's what I'm saying. It to some of them, yeah, they get drunk and they act like an idiot. Other people can have a drink and not act like an idiot. But the best thing what they done is said, look, that's it. You're not like, that's their culture. You don't drink. That's it.
Exactly, but they can't.
Shit, man.
Go on.
Listen,
Go do.
there ain't no
You go
You
there,
get
you don't
football supporters drinking. There's violence, my friend. There ain't no in between. There's violence, or there's no violence. There's no alcohol there. You understand? Anytime alcohol's around, straight violence, my friend. I'm sorry.
Of course it is.
Especially abroad. Especially when they're going abroad.
Bro, I could tell you that for a fact.
I'd agree to disagree politely with that, but it is
Go on.
it
What
is.
do you say, Johnny? Go on.
Half the times I go out to the shubs, most of the times when I get into scraps, it's because man's intoxicated, bad man. This is what drink does, isn't it? The intoxication, bad man. And me as a man, I could admit that, bad man. I don't notice it, but when I look back at it and then people feed back stuff to me and they're like, yo, you were acting a bit, you get me? And it's like, you don't really see it, bad man, but that's what drink does, brother. It infuels you, bad man. It makes you act out of your natural character, bad man.
Go on.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one, gentlemen, if I'm honest with you. I'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, we want to put anything behind that?
Because there's been... No, because our fans got a FIFA Fair Play Award in Seville in 2003. And there was over 80,000 travelled over there, so it doesn't fuel everyone in the same way.
What are you talking about? We're talking about Celtic.
Just fans in general. I mean, if you're saying you mix drink, if you drink, then
go on.
Then automatically you're going to be violent. That's a huge generalisation, surely.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying it in general. That you know what I mean. We're all different, innit?
Yeah, but this is football hooligan stuff. Yeah, this has been going on for how many years? Yeah, remember my old boss. We're not going to say no names. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was prominent in that thing, and he used to tell me how many stories about that thing. Yeah. That is part of the life, my friend, and it's not just alcohol. You understand? It's any kind of drug. Yeah. That is always been passed around, and they're always taking it, my friend. This is what it is, and that's sorry, and that's just that side of it. We're not even talking about the fighting part, because there's another side of it as well. Just the man that's going out there for the rocks and thing. That's the next side of it as well. Go on, so Johnny, go on, Johnny.
And bro, anything that you take that controls your brain. Yeah, it's gonna cause you to act up. So when we're talking about the World Cup and all that's their culture. No drink, no drugs, boom, no arrests.
Yeah,
because no one ain't intoxicated. I'm not saying everyone. It's just like certain man can burn a herb and they're just chilled. Certain man burn a herb and they start. Get me? What's the word? It's horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't judge one by all, isn't it?
No, but I'm not doing that. But I'm saying when you're drinking and you're going into an environment like a football match, it's like what my mother said. There's certain people that's going out for a ruckus.
Yeah, 100%. But
the drink,
but they'll do it without the drink.
Yeah, but it's more likely with the drink. Because
but that was always in them anyway, then, isn't it? Regardless, that was always in them anyway. They're just using the drink to fuel their aggression.
We're talking about, right? Look, them people there, they come out there to fight. The fighters are the fighters. The firms, that's another story. You understand? And you're getting fueled up for whatever you're doing with the firms as well. Yeah, understand? But look, go back in the history, my friend. I'm not saying it. Well, listen, we don't know if it's going to happen now. But I remember Russia, right? Russia, right? Remember the Russian one? And them people, we saw them people, them Russians, they were out there preparing early for them, and you saw the videos of
Yeah,
them
yeah.
training in the woods for all these
Yeah.
ruckers coming down. And you know what? It still
100%.
happened. You still saw people. You still saw bars getting turned over. Listen, this is a thing that we've always seen. Every time, come on, man. Every time the England supporters or any kind of supporter decides to have a ruck outside, this is what you always see in the papers, isn't it? It's always been there. It hasn't changed. I mean, it's disgusting. It's bad, but it's nice to have a break. Definitely in that last one, it was nice to have a break and not seeing shit like that. The same old shit of the dashing chairs and all that, causing a ruckus, tearing up people's bars. No, man, it's long. It's long.
No, please, of course.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to make an honest point that there are people that can go out there and have a drink and watch football and not be violent. There's hundreds of thousands of people that can do that. Hundreds of thousands that can do that.
But to me, it's the bigger percentage that aren't like that.
No, I agree to disagree. 100%.
Bro,
Sorry. I agree to disagree.
Look, all right. Check the stats, yeah, for English people when they go abroad. Check the stats.
Yeah.
When people go abroad.
It's just a huge generalization you're making, though, and you've got to be careful.
Let
Like,
him
it's
finish,
a
man.
massive
Let
generalization.
him finish. Let's not interrupt people. Just
I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been around the world. I've seen it with my own. I'm not saying I'm the only. I've seen it with my own eyes. When British people go abroad, the boozy culture causes them to act a fool.
Causes some to act the fool.
Yeah, but I'm not saying all
art.
of them.
Art.
Yeah, some, I'm saying
Chill
some.
out, art.
But it's like you're taking it personal. Like,
Yeah, but it's a massive generalization, isn't it?
Chill
If that
out,
generalization was made about another group of people, it would be different, isn't it?
Go on.
No, I'm just saying if that generalization was made about another group of people, it would be different. You can't just say when British people go abroad, they go and cause trouble and cause havoc wherever they go. That's a huge generalization. But half British people in my family, they don't go out abroad and cause trouble.
Art, we're not talking about every British person, Art. We're talking about football people, okay? That's what we're talking about, yeah? We're not talking about every British people. We got British families that go on holiday. We're not talking about them people, you know? We're not talking about me and you when we go out on holiday. We're not talking about that, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
We're talking about soccer people going out there on their ones, not with their family. They ain't got their family with them. They're going out there to have a nice time, and usually that nice time turns into getting drunk and fucking tearing up a place. That's what they've always been doing. We're talking about them people. We're not talking about the rest of the people. And so when I'm talking about generalizing these people, I'm generalizing these football people. Yeah, guaranteed there are some people that go out. Guaranteed there are some people that go out there to watch the game, but they're outnumbered by these people. That's all we're talking about. Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Man ain't talking about the people that's going out there just to enjoy themselves and go out
so what
there.
you're saying is any British fans that travel abroad, they're automatically going to go out there and cause trouble. Football fans.
Man ain't saying all of them. Man saying the ones that go out are going out there to get pissed. Because they can originally go out there to just have a good time, enjoy themselves, and then they'll get into a piss up, and then it will turn into a madness.
Exactly, and you know the crowd behavior, my friend. You know the crowd behavior. Sorry, Johnny. You know the crowd behavior when you're out there drinking. Yeah. You know it yourself. You've got your experiences through that. You understand? And it's not a bad thing what we're saying there. So it's nothing to sit down and defend. We're just saying the behavior.
No, I'm just challenging the points being made. That's part of the thing, to challenge points that are being made as well, isn't it?
Bro, it all comes back to the drinking culture. That's what it is. It's the drinking culture of some people. It's the drinking culture, isn't it?
Yeah, well, let's just leave it there, mate, because we're not. It's not gonna keep this on all night, up and down. I'm not going up and down on all night about this. I know what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying as well. But it's not about sorry, mate. It's not about just trying to. You know, we're not trying to, you know, we're trying to, you know, I wouldn't like it. You know, you got kids yourself. You wouldn't like to take your kids to a football match and then all this madness happen, and that's what we're talking about. Because we're not saying the madness. There are people that you'll be going there with your kids. You're part of them people that won't be fucking going into the madness, but there's still people that will be going there that will be dealing with the madness. You got that not even in football. Go to Spain, my friend, and you can see some of that shit out there on a lower level, obviously, a lot lower level, but still, it's it's the drinking culture, my friend. It's the drinking culture. We've been known for our drinking culture over here, and not everybody, yeah. But our drinking culture is a drink all day kind of culture thing. You understand? And that doesn't work in certain places. You understand? You gotta adapt your drinking to where you are. You understand?
Yeah.
100%.
So what? Who's got the sweets,
100%.
man? Stop eating sweets. Who's got the sweets, man? Share the sweets, man. Share the flavors.
No sweets over here, man.
No sweets, bad man. Eating peanuts, bad man.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, bad? You can agree to disagree, or
mate. Listen, man, I agree to disagree with everyone, even my family members, everyone. You guys are podcasting with. That's what it's all about, innit? I'm not going to sit and just think everything together. Yeah, we got differences. It is what it is. I agree about the drinking culture. Yeah, that's heavy in British society. It's been there for time. 100% what you're saying.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, but it's what it is.
On that note, guys, thank you very much. It was a nice session.
Yeah, blessings,
I like
man.
it. I like the session. Yeah, it was good. We went here. We went
Good.
there. Yeah. Are we gonna be here for Wednesdays?
Yeah, can do Wednesdays.
I'm here.
We'll try and make a funny one. We can't do the screen sharing again like we did last time.
Yeah.
But Wednesdays is about funny, guys. Laughing, having fun. Make jokes, chat shit. You understand? Lighten the mood. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Wednesdays is about. All right, man.
No, all good, man. Good to talk.
All right,
We're
boys.
going to have to come up
All right,
with
boys.
a concept. Go on.
I haven't seen the comments yet. I haven't even on it. I haven't been on the screen yet. Let me see what the man's saying. Where is it?